One of my favorite secret weapons for sewing lingerie or sewing knits in general is a twin needle. So you can get twin needles in different needle spacing. So this one's got a really wide spacing and this one's a little bit narrow. This one's my favorite size to use for lingerie. And it creates 2 rows of stitching on the right side of your garment, and on the back it creates a little zigzag stitch. So it creates a finish that's super stretchy and just has a nice finish to it as well. So most sewing machines can use a twin needle. Usually in your sewing machine accessories, it will have this extra little prong thing here, or spool holder. So there's a hole in the top of your machine and the spool holder will just go in there. You're going to grab 2 spools of thread. So I've got 2 pink spools here. Your one spool just goes on your regular spool holder, and your second spool just goes on the top. Oh, and of course, you're going to just put your twin needle in your sewing machine just the way you would put in any needle. There we go. Back to the threading. So now that we've got the 2 spools of thread in, your basic threading is exactly the same as you would normally thread your sewing machine, except you're holding on to 2 pieces of thread. So I'm just going to really quickly thread my sewing machine. So mine goes kind of down and up and down again, which is pretty standard. And then when you get to the bottom part, or closer to your needle, you just separate your threads. And usually there's 2 spaces where you can kind of thread your thread through just above the needle. And then you thread one through one needle. Oh my goodness. And your other thread through the opposite needle. Make sure that you are switched over to a straight stitch. You absolutely do not want to accidentally use a zigzag stitch because you will bust up your needle. And I'll show you really quickly the finish that this gives. So you want to make sure that the right side of your fabric is facing up. So you can see there's a nice double line of stitching here, and then on the back it's just a really narrow zigzag, and it's really quite stretchy. So this is great for hemming pretty much any knit or stretchy fabric. I use this finish a lot in my for top stitching elasticized edges and just for hemming knits in general.